Changing the forecast for wildlife can easily start at home. Through the National Wildlife Federation's Certified Wildlife Habitat program, you can take simple steps to protect and restore wildlife habitat, both large and small, in your backyard, school, or community.
We love to ride horses. We love to go through our fields and through our woods and just, see a red-tailed hawk or see a river otter. I mean, we just get so excited about that.
We're here with Beatty and Audie, and we're on their beautiful farm out here in rural Virginia, and we'd like to have a conversation with them about the benefits of doing certified wildlife habitats and some of the benefits of sustainably growing on a farm environment. And they do just a fantastic job here on their acres of taking care of the land and taking care of nature, as well as living off the land.
One positive attribute with this farm is we have about half of it, or almost half of it, in woods. And it's spread between fields in an open space, and that's where we try to keep a balance. We want to have as much habitat for our native wildlife.
What we really try to do is to plant native species of plants as much as possible, especially around the house. We try to encourage wildlife habitat and reproduction as much as possible by cutting down on mowing, by planting native species of plants, by leaving certain fields unmowed or ungrazed for a certain period of time so the wildlife can nest in those fields.
So what would your advice be for the urban dweller? Say I have a townhouse, for example, or someone has a condominium, or they live in a city or a brownstone and they just have a tiny little area that they could create a habitat in. What would your best advice be for someone who has limited space?
We think this model can apply to much smaller parcels as well. So it doesn't take big to make this happen.
But I think just planting native trees or perennials and creating, giving the four main components of a wildlife-friendly garden: the water, the cover, the places to raise young, and food. But I think you can do it most anywhere and be successful.
I agree.
I always tell people, if they're interested in starting a wildlife habitat garden, to go to the NWF website and look there, and you'll get just a wonderful amount of information on how you can do that.
That's great. Our Garden for Wildlife website has been totally renovated, totally redone, and now we even have opportunities for our habitat constituents to upload photos. So they can upload photos and stories. We've got a little Flickr site where they can put in their own experiences with nature.
She loves wildlife. I love wildlife. We both love nature. That's why we live on a farm as well, where we like this type of environment. And we want to see as much of nature as we possibly can.
Everybody gets something out of it. I mean, just the beauty of the colors, or the chirping of the birds, or the fragrances. I mean, it's a feast for the senses, nature.